Hey, what's up, guys? It's Kool-Aid, and I got a Battlefield 3 commentary for you today. Going to be playing on 32-player, no shower canals, TDM. Going to be using the M16A3, and that's actually a change for me. I don't believe I've ever used this gun in a commentary, and even post-patch, this is still one of the better, if not best, assault rifles in the game, or just guns in the game, period. I'm using it without a foregrip, no frontal attachment, basically for maximum accuracy, heavy barrel, and holographic. Holographics is just my choice of optics on almost every gun. I know a lot of people prefer the Cobra, but on most guns I do prefer the holographic. But anyways, today I want to go over some things, 5 things in particular, that can help you be a better teammate. And these are all very simple things, yet I see so many people, new players and Battlefield veterans, simply not doing this stuff. Battlefield 3 really does offer a lot of opportunities for players that aren't the best aim or aren't the best at the game to actually still be an asset to their team. So, you know, if you think you're not the best aim or best skilled player, FPS player out there, if you can utilize all these things that I'm going to talk about, and there are many more things, these are just the 5 most common that I've been seeing lately, but if you can utilize all these, you can still be a great asset to your team and help your team win. So to start off with, I'm just going to say these are in no particular order, but the first one I'm going to talk about is drop ammo if you're playing support, and drop med packs if you're playing assault. Obviously, if you're using the 320 or M26 or whatever, that doesn't apply to you. But as you can notice here, I'm on a pretty lengthy kill streak, and I can see my ammunition getting fairly low. So I'm kind of looking for support, and I find one under this crane. You know, first off, he's here for quite some time. He ends up being here for probably 10 seconds or more, and the entire time, he does not have any ammo down. If you're going to be anywhere for more than a couple seconds, have ammo or a med pack at your feet. It's not going to hurt. If anything, it's just going to keep you replenished. But on this part of the map in particular, it's a very populated part of the map. And chances are, if you drop an ammo pack down here and it stays down here for a good 30 seconds or a minute, you are going to replenish more than one teammate. You are going to replenish multiple people, and that is doing a service to your team. At the very least, you're going to get some free and easy points. So, not only does this guy not drop ammo and have ammo sitting here, he refuses to give it to me as I'm calling out for it. Now, he will get an in-game audio telling him to drop ammo, as well as getting a flashing white ammo sign on the mini-map that's basically chasing him as I try to chase him down and get ammo. And since he does not drop ammo, I end up dying trying to pick up another kit because I completely run this M16 dry. So, you know, had he dropped ammo, who knows? I might have gone on, probably killed 100 people in a row without dying. Okay, probably not. But you see what point I'm trying to get at. Very simple thing to do, yet he just does not do it. So moving on to the second thing, and this is probably the least or the smallest thing on this list. However, it's probably the one that makes me rage the most, and it's simply get out of the way if somebody's running at you or if your teammate needs to get by. Don't stand in doorways, don't clog up hallways, all that sort of thing. This game has collision detection with teammates, so don't stand there and clog up a doorway when your teammate needs to get by. It's really frustrating. Once in a while I'll try to play 64-player TDM, and this is the biggest thing that really deters me from playing those servers. People just really like to stand in hallways, which is not all the time their fault, but you can make a conscious effort to actually let your teammate by. Especially there are times where I have been under high duress from somebody shooting at me, and I will be running straight towards the door. My teammate will stand there watching me the whole time, will not get out of the way, and basically let me die standing outside the door because he just simply did not want to move a couple steps back and let me in. So, like I said, very small thing, yet very frustrating when it happens. So moving on to number 3 on my list is squad perks. It's really simple, again, to change these squad perks. It takes, what, 2 clicks of a mouse during a deployment screen, 2 seconds. But yet I see so many people doubling up on squad perks. And, they're not game breaking, but they really, really can make a difference. I know on infantry base maps, if I don't run cover, I notice it right away, and it really, really gets frustrating. Also, be conscious, like I said, infantry base maps, you always want to run cover. On infantry base maps, don't run squad explosives. It's not going to help your team hardly at all, or help your squad. How many circumstances on a team deathmatch map are you really going to need 6 C4 or 7 RPGs or whatever the hell it is? So not only don't double up on squad perks, but just be conscious of what map and game mode you're playing on to use the right squad perk for the circumstance. So number 4 on my list is, if you are playing Assault, revive people. It's very simple. You just run over, pull out your defibs, shock them, they stand up, and you live happily ever after. TDM, especially if you're playing Assault, you're going to have a ton of opportunities for revives. These revives are what will win close games. Not only that, they're going to give you a great score. They're going to boost your score. There's no reason not to revive. Even in games like Conquest or Rush, revives are crucial to keeping your team or your squad going, or your team, not just squad, but keeping your team pushing forward, capturing that objective, blowing up that MCOM. Reviving is probably the most overpowered skill in this game, yet so many people want to ignore it all the time. I mean, I've died and had Assault stand right over my body in a corner under no duress whatsoever, just not revive me for whatever reason. So, again, very simple. Has to do with playing your class, kind of like the number 1 thing on my list. But yeah, just revive people. So last on my list, and certainly not least, is Squad Up and PTFO. When you get in the game, it should automatically throw you in a squad. Don't leave that unless you're starting one to play with friends. Then, for obvious reasons, you're going to start a new squad. But so many times I get in the game, and there are 5 squads of 2 or 3 people, and by doing this, you're not helping yourself, you're not helping the other squads that aren't full. At the very least, by joining a squad, you are going to get those squad perks, which we talked about, which can really help out a lot. And when you are in a squad, and this goes towards more games like Conquest and Rush, don't camp and not try and play the objective. You're really not helping anybody by doing that. If you want to be a better teammate and actually help your team win, play the objective. You don't have to be the one planting the bomb or anything like that, but if you make a conscious effort to move towards the objective and, try and help your team actually plant, and at the very least, you will at least provide a spawn point for the rest of your squad. If you play a lot of Rush, you know that after you arm an MCOM, if your squad gets wiped and you have to spawn all the way back in deployment, that's pretty much a guarantee that the enemy is going to disarm that bomb. So if you have one person in your squad camping, not playing the objective, and just basically doing nothing, that's one less spawn point and one less chance that you actually have to get back and defend that MCOM. So, that's pretty much all I got. I hope, actually, this is kind of weird, that I actually hope that most of you don't get anything from watching this video. Hopefully you all already know all this stuff. Hopefully you all use it to the fullest. But I do know that there are a lot of new players still coming to Battlefield 3 that have never actually played a Battlefield game before. And hopefully this will make them, take a conscious effort and actually do some of this stuff that make it less frustrating for your teammates and other Battlefield veterans that are, on your team. So, anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I got. You'll notice that this game does cut off very abruptly. That's because I actually got disconnected. I used it because it was still a very good half of a game. I was actually, I think, 55-10 when this game ended. And, I was pretty pissed because this is one of the better games I've had. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all later.